That's true.
We haven't seen the entire DPC, I don't think.
I think I was talking to Cap about it. He was saying that he liked the idea of Tinker in support role or something.
I mean, surely it's going to be something with that that old shield.
Oh,
like
yeah.
his best spell
Defense
at this point.
Matrix.
It's going to warp flare and defense matrix.
Get away from me.
Everyone in the chat's like, what's a warp flare? It's like, exactly. That's how long Tinker's been gone. You don't even know.
This thing. But regardless, game number 1 underway. Mikoto again on his puck. Had some heavy lifting to do in game number 1, and he definitely did it, starting from a really good early laning stage. And this time, Quinn playing on a hero he is very comfortable with on his Leshrac.
Yeah, and he should have a much more free game on Mikoto this time, right? Because the general idea in terms of the itemization, right? He's not playing versus the Night Stalker, he's playing with that Night Stalker. So
True.
Doesn't have to buy himself a 4-staff. Nothing really there. The Nyx Assassin Puck is an interesting relationship we sort of covered in one of our early series, but there's several Puck players and pros that aren't really concerned about seeing the Nyx right now. And they say you can just play around it by using the phase shift when he's going to Carapace.
Oh, battle! 23 Savage, he gets the kill. MSS is going to play cleanup, but
you know what that means?
Some flesh heap.
Infinite scaling.
It is, and it really is infinite scaling in some of these games.
We go long enough, the number just keeps on going. We'll see if we can break the UI, but for now, you'll take that trade, especially when you're getting the kill first.
You know, there's a lot of people that were talking about the potential strength.
People have been saying, lots of people have been saying. Yeah.
And you look at some of the way that, you know, they've been playing here, this laning stage, they just look really clean. So I'm curious to see if they can keep up this momentum, maybe shake off a bad day 1. Who knows, maybe this is going to be the ascendancy of talent.
Well, I hope for Yawer's sake that he can shake off that game 1.
Yeah.
Because that lane was a disaster. He's now rocking the Wraith King instead of the Razor. And I mean, you think Razor, typically a pretty good lane dominator, could not get past KP Enigma and the Zephyr Tiny. Now it's the KP Night Stalker, slightly weaker in terms of like the power that you have right at the beginning.
Right.
Pylons in comparison. So at least we'll have a much better start.
Right, and I think that there is something to be said for how much like lane shenanigans and just sort of like outmaneuvering was going on. It felt like they were pulling the wave back, they were putting it behind the tower, making sure that that Razor Yawer was playing didn't get what he needed. And I know this time Leshrac playing it, they put him on a Wraith King, which again, people said, good Wraith King game. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, the benefits of the Wraith King game to me is just like, you talk about this idea of positioning with like tosses and hooks. It's easier to recover from that with the Wraith King. Like if he's one of the cores that gets pulled in, for example, with the reincarnation, you at least have some time to set up, and then you've got some pretty good heroes around that as well this time.
Okay.
With the Winter Wyvern. Unfortunately, there's now 2 of them. It's not just the toss, right? It's going to be the toss and the hook, and so you might get pulled in these really bad engagements again, which is one of the reasons why Sonics weren't able to find the comeback in the previous match.
Getting pulled away and not where they want to be. It's going to be tough. Also saw right there, Leshrac got the link out onto the Pudge, but Hyde doing a good job of interrupting it and finding a quick little enchant to make sure they can't run down the Pudge any further. God, Yawer's taking so much damage here. Zephyr just taking this early point in the tree grab and pummeling away at him. Not always what we see out of these support Tinies. But kind of cool.
Yeah, I really like it when they go for the earlier points. They see a lane, they kind of abuse it. And like Wyvern, really long cooldowns, right? That's one of the downsides to the Arctic Burn. Sure, it's 2 strength heroes, so that's kind of nice. You get some decent % base damage because they have high HP pools, but you can only do it so often, and people have their own individual couriers these days, so you just keep ferrying out that regen.
Well, at least for now, you can see that for Sonics, both the Wraith King and the Razor a little bit behind in terms of the CS across each of these lanes, and Enchantress able to pick up a couple here and there as well. Father does get about a half pull off, maybe a little bit more than that, but already the Ench gonna start the clap. There's a little bit of a miss there on the Razor, no big deal.
Meanwhile, the main hero is over at the runes, right? Just helping ensure the water in gets there from Mikoto.
Yeah.
So some more pressure onto Quinn at the moment. Run on back down here. So how will this game shape up? Last time we had some decent support ultis we were waiting for. Oh, yeah, a little bit of a...
Oh my god, the clap.
Look at that clap.
MSS is dead. Oh, maybe not, maybe not.
You're
good
like the
stun.
best at saving players. I don't know how you do it. That's like the 5th time today. They look so dead, and you just had to say something, and they survived. You know what? It's always Nyx, too.
Yeah, that's right.
They just keep hitting these impales.
So I forgot how good this spell could be.
Top lane, KP.
To the impurities.
It's beaten. Well, we'll survive, but oof.
That's a good chunk of damage there. Zephyr does have level 3. Could maybe go for a toss back if you wanted to. But just going to keep standing toe-to-toe against Fada. Make sure that there is no cancel spawn toss back. There it is. Fada in some trouble. Void will come out, and the Wyvern going to drop.
Yeah, so close to the Arctic Burn. Just comes back after he is dead. So not a chance to try and play around the cliffs there. Still would have been a hard time to escape, I'm sure. As on the other side of the map, here we see a little bit of lurking around from MSS. As all he can do is watch. As Hive will grab another tomato and send him into the lane.
So early goings. You get your level 6s on both the Lesh and the Puck. Gonna watch for any dives that come out, or maybe some early rotations if they happen to find a nice rune. 6-minute mark coming up right now, and it does look like already Talon bringing over 3 heroes to try and secure this. And there isn't really any punish anywhere else.
Well, they are trying to wrap around right now onto Quinn, right? They want that punish with the Carapace.
Spike Carapace. The Hellbear Clap comes out. Mikoto, Haster and down bottom. That is nice for the Puck. Oh, they're going in. Toss back. Finds him with the coil, but they don't break it. Not quite on the mark. Will it matter, though? Can they keep him alive? It does look like Clinmore survives through that. Impale just coming up a little bit short. In the meantime, 23 Savage finds the kill onto Leshrac. Down bottom.
That was a straight up just walk him down kill. There were no rot, or sorry, only rot. There was absolutely no hook involved. You just got rot for 560 damage and walked to death.
It's the phase boots.
Yep.
Pretty strong. Now, 3-1, but already signs of things going well for Talon. And
oh my god, he's level 4.
Yeah, the Razor's level, that is not good. God, Pudge is so insane. If anybody's wondering why this hero has been so highly prioritized, this is it. Fada turned around upon yet again. Zephyr there with Yuar nearby. And KP, he's just going to run away afterwards. Does not want to take on that Wraith King.
Now they're trying to find some recovery in this bottom lane. Oh no.
The hook comes out. Spike Carapace, but I think 23 Savage is going to be able to run him down. And Hyde trying to get over by his buddy.
Oh, he's out of mana.
Oh, good mana burn.
Yeah, he can't ult him. That could have been in for something there with the help of the Seed Shot. Seed Shot. Not Seed Sot or Seed Snot. Seed Spot.
It's a sower.
Well, I read a lot of children's books, you know. Like
it's the parable of the sower. You heard that before? It's a good book.
No, I know The Princess and the Pea. Is that close?
No, it's not at all.
Oh, nuts.
All right, so taking a look now again at the levels disparity. That's really the big thing that I'm seeing standing out here. You only really have the Lesh that's gained decent levels. Wraith King and Razor both sub level 6, and they're going to try and make a rotation around Quinn. He's going to be the one that needs to set the tempo, that needs to open up the map for his team, and he's just not finding a target right now.
Pretty good, though. Oh, they were so close. They were kind of hunting into where Hyde was going, but then they started chasing Fada and said, no, Fada's just getting wrapped on.
Yeah, Fada's mega dead. They bring him down, and looking for a kill bottom on 23 Savage. I don't think it's happening.
Look who you are. Like, you're running into the Pudge lane. This is not what you wanted. You know, you're hoping to just catch this Ench in the middle, and Quinn's like, ah, this is bad. I gotta leave. I can't lose my tower first as the Leshrac, all right? I'm supposed to be waiting for the Puck to move, and then I take his tower, right?
Yeah.
That's the whole idea. I want to make sure that I'm removing that from Mikoto's side of the map.
But it's like what we were sort of talking about, right? They feel like he has to do something here. Zephyr, the little sidestep. Avalanche trying to get a little bit of separation, but they will finally connect onto that Tiny. Yeah, much needed.
It's a scary place to run through. It's like Ench or Tiny, like these lower levels, because Leshrac Riley, he's just so much early damage, so if he gets any semblance of control, you are just going to die. So that's why they're supposed to be there, but there's some control.
Fada thought that there was an award in the area, but if they can get this 23 Savage kill, this would be very nice. Do manage to connect onto him.
Easy baits.
They needed that. Oh, Mikoto. Wait a minute, though. That's a leech on the 2. Are they strong enough to go up against all of them?
Quinn.
Avalanche comes out. Quinn making the move. Has the Lightning Storm and actually gets away the toss to the side. That was awesome.
Okay. We'll save there. Still a great trade, obviously, for Sonics. especially because Yawar is just getting that space now this game. It's still pretty low compared to the other cores, both him and KP, like in recovery mode up here. They kind of have a little handshake agreement. Like, I'll hit these creeps, you hit those creeps.
That's right.
Let's both just be relevant this game, please. Thank you very much.
Leave me alone. I just didn't want to be a Night Stalker. And Yawar almost has boots. Stun. Woo. Find follow-up. Zephyr, but the toss back on to Pudge. Can they bring down 23 Savage after the fact? Quinn is out of mana.
Yeah, he's got nothing there. He needs a little bit of a juice up here. I mean, that fairy string obviously gonna be so nice for this game, but gotta get back home, get the mana to make use of it.
God, he's so slow on freaking Wraith King. 315. No boots. They're coming out.
Needs to use that sword like a big old pole vault, you know?
Yeah.
Monkey
like crutches.
That was last. Okay, he's out of the crutches now. Okay.
Okay. Fair enough. Mikoto hanging on to an arcane rune and ready to battle if the option presents itself. But at least for the moment, you're getting a couple of other of these survivability items. 23 Savage getting towards the hood. How is it done? And in the meantime, they do connect on a kill for Ench.
She dies so fast. She just gets impaled and everyone just blasting her with the nukes. And a scary rotation coming through though. That arcane rune is still active right now on Mikoto. That's the coil. They're going to TP down the Night Stalker. Where's the Pudge though? In trouble. Coil onto both. MSS not there to help, and can they keep him alive? No, they find the hook back onto Leshrac, and it just goes so bad so quick. If you ever wonder why Puck is so good,
yeah,
you just saw it. Like the ability, like you can't pressure objectives without the threat of being coiled, and there's just so much time for everyone to get in there. They did a double TP in there, and it was like it just didn't even matter, right? Like that delay, it has no factor versus Stream Coil.
Mikoto. Very, very clean stuff. They have sentries down already.
I'm still surprised MSS didn't go for that. Oh, MSS. Hunting.
Mikoto.
He got him. Damn! Oh, that was sick. He knew he needed the value orb for the farming.
That was so good. All right, that's the type of play that they really need. Sonics, if they want to have some success, they need to find a couple of those.
But there's a Pudge.
That is true.
You know, I see 23 Savage hitting jungle creeps, and I wonder, is he just going to walk over here and hook?
Dude, you're not wrong. If he comes over anywhere near them, he's getting towards the BKB next.
Yeah, not going for the Aghanims, right? Kind of interesting. Certainly something that we saw both Jabs in the offlane because he had such a solid start. He went right into that Aghanim Scepter. I think even before phase boots, he rushed it. And then, you know, goes back to the hood after. We had, I think when Anna played it, he went for the hood first. No, Vanguard first, then he got the Ags, right? But this time, lots of magic damage. It was a great hood game.
And they finds another one there. Leshrac trying to farm up, but gets punished. And 23 Savage has him for the rundown.
I mean, if you're solo killing without Ags,
yeah,
right? You might as well go BKB.
Why not? I mean, that's equally as good as the kill MSS just got on the Puck. I mean, those types of kills just are brutal for this Razor. So we
BKB. I think just like the raw damage, if he has the hood already, you are protected from the magic, you've done that investment, get some more damage first. Upcrease your farm potential too, right? Like we've seen how fast that can go. Upcrease, increase. New word. Very exciting.
Perfect. Yeah, we'll see if they can make it happen. And you can continue to see that MSS is stalking around the areas where Puck is at. But obviously a little bit tougher to find those kills, and already those sentries are down, scouting his movement. So they know that MSS is coming over here. We'll see if they try and catch him out. Yeah, those ob sentry combos can be pretty worrisome. I mean, you know, check out the Nyx and just say like, okay, let's see. Tiny, he's got no sentries. All right, I'm good, you know. Sonic knocking on the door, no glyph.
Radiant's middle tower.
That was quick. Meanwhile, Talon gonna try and take one of their own. KP makes the rotation over to defend the tier 2. And 23 Savage also trying to collapse with the rest of the team. But it's just a trade-off. Nothing else gained. All right, KP's pretty close to the BKB. So I just want to farm a little bit, right? Okay. Try and get that first and
Zephyr also, they're in a little bit of a lull, I would say, right? For Talon, they're waiting for the Blink Dagger, they're waiting for the Aghanims, they're waiting for the BKB. It's also daytime, so perhaps they just don't want to rush anything quite yet. Maybe wait at least until nighttime, so he can be playing more aggressive with the help of 100 Knight and then pop some Dark Ascensions.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Kind of like that as a strategy.
That sounds solid.
Again, though, another Vendetta investigation here from MSS.
More sentries down. Nothing really to see by it, but to be honest, Talon's all on the other side of the map anyways, so does not really appear to matter all that much. I want to see if Talon try and take that mid tower themselves, or if they come back to defend the tower, because otherwise they're just kind of giving up objectives around the map, which I guess can make sense until you get that BKB on Night Stalker, but we'll see what they decide to do.
Yeah, it's a pretty significant jump in these next couple of items for Talon, so I get not wanting to engage right now.
Yeah.
It's also like fairly low value, but the tower gold is really going to help out for Yalwar to get his Blink Dagger. You know, we're talking about these big items coming out for Talon. It's also significant changes going to be happening here for the side of Sonics. BKB on the way, Blink Dagger for Yalwar.
Have a toss, Zephyr cutting through the wave. Some good damage onto the tier 1. Nobody rotating for this, and they just get it for free. So Sonic's not in position to defend this.
And like, there's a chance, obviously, that Talon's just waiting behind this hero. And they're hoping you're going to defend, they jump you, but instead, you know, it was just Edge, and everyone else is out there farming. Like, you love those plays. The efficiency that you're getting there is Talon. Very nice. And, man, Zephyr, I just looked, he had 1,500 gold. Now he's down bottom, getting the waves to himself. Throwing out some avalanches, hitting with the trees. He's got Blink Gold all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Huge.
I mean, there's a couple of big things that are coming together
here. It's all coming together. Yeah. It is go time. I think you don't wait for the Pudge eggs. I think you just smoke now. That's what I would say. Try and use the Night Stalker ulti once so you get a second one.
They did just get the Eternal Shroud for Quinn. So he'll pop that to try and stay extra survivable. They are, like you said, relatively close to a couple of other big items. The Wraith King, Yalwar had the Blink queued up, but instead is going back for the Deso. So Armlet Deso means if they win a fight, this is going to be Roche super quickly. But MSS finds the stun. Vendetta there. Quinn afterwards. Hide nearby, but they are doing nothing to him. They just do no damage to Savage at all. That's before freaking Aghanims.
Yeah, and that Aghanims, it is, it's heal reduction, health regeneration reduction, lifesteal reduction, and spell lifesteal reduction, which is why it's so ridiculous in this particular game. It's going to take down all of that right now. Pretty crazy.
Well, 17 minutes, next round of neutrals coming out. And I mean, I just, like, after that one round of initiation onto Pudge, it felt like that was a heat check for me from Sonic to see, like, can we do anything to him? And the answer was emphatically no.
Yeah, resoundingly even.
They cannot do anything.
Back off.
So I'm kind of wondering, they either need to avoid him constantly or wait until Wraith King can join the fight and actually be relevant.
Well, here's what's kind of funny, though. Is you see this observer board next to the Roche pit from Talon?
Yeah.
This is a we can't do Roche board.
Right.
Because they have a tricore of Puck, Night Stalker, and Pudge.
It's true.
It's not great. I mean, you could force it with like the help of Edge and the Night Stalker's there. Maybe if he ults or something, and you can get through it. But compared to the side of Sonics, who have this Razor and this Wraith King, it's a little bit more simple on there.
We're coming back, everybody. You're not missing anything. There we go. Quinn, MSS, wrapped around each other. Smoke connects. Meanwhile, the turn onto him right at the start. Quinn in some trouble. The aggro Fada making the rotation over. 23 Savage gets turned upon. The Wraith King is right on top of him. And I don't know if it's going to be enough. 23 Savage trying to take down Quinn. The punches from Yalwar. It's enough to kill him. Now Winter's Curse follow up right on top. Meanwhile, Fada dropped down lower and lower. Mikoto is going to be able to clean up Fada, but they take down Zephyr and turn. So 3 for 3 so far. But with Wraith King and Leshrac being the ones to survive, feels pretty good for Quincy Crew.
Yeah, and Yalwar had a really solid call. Thank you for contributing to the Dota2 esports system, Sonics. We love you.
Oh no.
Yalwar made a tough call, right? He had to choose between that Blink Dagger he queued up for a long time or this Deso. And he chooses the Deso, and it was absolutely massive right there. They needed to cut through this Pudge, or he's just going to be a menace through that entire engagement. Like, if he had the Blink, he could have went further in the back line and maybe stopped one of these supports, but he's the one who's to take care of this Pudge right now, especially when he's right on top of Quinn. And it helped him last so much longer in that engagement and put out the second most amount of damage after Yalwar himself. So certainly a way to help us help each other, and in the end they get the better of that engagement in in the overall gold and XP by a pretty significant margin, about 500 more XP and 500 more gold.
Man, that is exactly what they needed from him in that moment. And you know, the big thing to watch for here is you win a couple of fights like that. I mean, 23 Savage has the Aghanims. I don't think he had it right going into that last fight.
I don't believe so.
But there is still a lot of room to grow for the Pudge, but being able to cut him off right there at the knees is really important, because that level 15 spell lifesteal talent, for instance, that's going to be another one that's really scary. Mikoto, they find him. No, the phase shift.
Yeah, and there you go. Oh, but wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Sir? Wait, he doesn't have friends. No friends. MSS all alone.
He's like TP.
Somebody come over here, please. That was really good, though, from Mikoto.
Yeah, very, very crafty, just in case. Oh, there's actually a sentry down on the ground there, huh? Oh, spooky.
Well, they're congregating in the mid lane.
This is quite the smoke here, you know?
Invisaron. Hyde picks that one up, and they immediately drop a sentry.
Yeah, it's like, then we'll get a freebie, right? Might as well try. Been feeling very confident. Oh my god, he's totally alone right now. That was horrifying.
He's a monster.
The way he just walked there, dude, if someone in my game died like that, I'd be so mad. Why? Why would you walk there, right? You know what I mean? Like, everyone would be shrieking at that player. And he just casually walked towards a small
He's not
camp.
afraid.
No. He's flexing pretty hard right now.
Trying to get towards that Sanj, finishing it off with the Kaya. And they do have the spell lifesteal talent. This could be one of those that really turns things around here.
Do they have any way to like force staff on the die or not? I mean, I don't really see how they can build into it. I feel like they need blink on Fada, right?
Right.
And they're gonna try and go blink on MSS. And like, how do you actually separate Quinn?
Kodo? Oh, they're baiting it perfectly. Spike Carapace finally comes out, trying to get away. You are jumps in, but the impalement gets force staffed away. Really nicely played. Now the combo onto both. Quinn right on top of, but the hook out catches onto the Razor. 23 Savage doing a great job. Oh, Mikoto finds the leash onto 2. Now Zephyr, Abba toss onto 3. They finally bring down Fada, but Zephyr also going to fall. Big boy has shown up though, and 23 Savage looking for the hook. Good dodge by Leshrac, and maybe they can finally bring him down. 4-step forward, trying to get the finish. Can they bring him? Yes. KP gets one big swipe from Yawar, who's toggling through it all. But so too is, well, Mikoto trying to clean up Leshrac. Will they be able to get him? Another couple punches is all he needs. Miss uphill, doesn't even need it. Survives through. The Witchblade prop came too late.
Yawar couldn't finish the toggles.
But there's the stun. He needs one more hit. One more hit. Oh, they got him. DOT.
Very nice.
Always one more hit.
All right, so the foolproof initiation plan of sack MSS comes into play once again here with the Carapace. And if that's the best you got, well, you're just going to have to take it.
I mean, again, for Sonics, this is absolutely everything. You lose this game here, you drop down 0-2 against the teams that you're trying to outcompete to not get eliminated in the group stages, and it all comes down to these next couple of minutes here. If they can manage to get Roche, it changes everything. And likewise for Talon, they might be able to pull themselves out of the hole if they can finally deny a couple of these big objectives.
Yep. And I feel like similar to last game where Talon were able to sort of pull themselves over the hump with their Medusa, it's a very similar thing for Sonics in this game, where they just need to get a little bit more on the items, and their scaling should be significantly better than Talon. Of course, there's always going to be the issue of displacement when you're getting these hooks, and you're getting these big tosses that can really nullify a net worth advantage and itemization. But Quinn's getting much stronger this game. Oh, there it is, though.
He goes back in. MSS wanting to help. Where is he? The Spike Carapace there. The turnaround comes out in time. They've got him isolated. Everybody join around the Pudge. We're coming to take down the fat man as Hyde will try and escape. Fonta able to survive through the initiation from Mikoto. And just like that, Talon lose another fight. MSS there with the Spike Carapace waiting. Stun, perfectly timed. MSS always clean, but can they bring him down in the end? He's actually getting out of there. Mikoto, this hero is not fair. Puck is still so insane. But a huge win there for Sonics.
Yeah, and this Carapace versus the Pudge, just so much of a nuisance, right? For obvious reasons. You know, he wanted this damage. You understand? This is probably partially why he wanted BKB first, right? Thinking like, how am I ever going to get off anything if this Nyx Assassin's just here and there's other stuns in this game? So it gets a bit rough there for them. But now they're into the Roche pit, and again, this is something that they just finally need that win, and they're into the pit.
I remember so many of the interviews with this team that Sonics have, these ideas that they had of, all right, you know, it doesn't necessarily matter if it's the perfect fight. It doesn't matter if it's the best initiation. We know we're strong, so we're just going to take it. And that was that Quinn moment there. He depended upon his team to come in and help him, and he just ran into everybody. And MSS was there. But regardless, Talon now going to have to push out these side lanes. They're going to need to take that perfect fight, and it might need to be around their own high ground.
Yeah, and now they've lost a ton of the strength of this displacement of the hooks and the tosses because there is a Blink Dagger on the Wyvern, a Blink Dagger on the Nyx Assassin. So that's just another hurdle that they've now accomplished themselves right over on Sonics, and should be feeling like the stronger team in this game. Despite being just a small net worth advantage, I say that like tactically, they definitely have the edge here.
Right.
And if you want to break this as Talon, you need the big picks.
Need the big picks and need that BKB for the Pudge.
Yep.
If he can get to that, we've seen a lot of the time it's been like, you know, the Wraith King staying on top of Pudge, but a good chunk of damage has come from Quinn as well.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Unfortunately then though, Leshrac also closing in on the best item on this hero, and that is the Refresher. You know, you build right up into that. BKB Refresher, pretty good.
Razor, after the tier 2 tower goes down, Sonics will take this outpost and try and claim the Radiant jungle.
I love this Basher, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
That was a great choice. Knowing that the BKBs are going to be coming out for the Pudge and the Night Stalker, right? At some point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really important.
Because like if the Night Stalker's standing on top of you, right, with the silence, you can't chuck your little Q there. You just keep swinging. Just keep on going. Eventually, things are going to work out.
True. Mid lane. 23 Savage. Do they want to go on him? Hook and a catapult.
It's a bit much.
I mean, that is also the other scary thing, right? Like,
where did Yalwer just TP to? What the? It's a hilarious TP. This guy's got the max farming patterns.
He's making sure that he can escort the wave.
TP's back to that tier 1 on the off lane and just runs back to them.
Just in case. I mean, I guess if Puck is still there, you can maybe blow him up. But yeah. This is one of those moments, though, where for Sonics, if you lose one fight in a bad way, you can very quickly lose a lot of the map. And these displacements type strats, they get really painful. Winner's Curse?
I mean, I'm down.
You're thinking about it. TP wants to TP, blinks away, and does not have it. 70-second on cooldown still. Does have a cool taunt, though.
No, he's big braining though.
They're ready.
Yeah, not quite. Ooh, all right, jumps into the wave.
Spike Carapace sets it up on the tiny Zephyr.
Radiant's top tower
Force staff, want to get out. Hyde was there for the help. And have they gone too far? Quinn, he doesn't have much mana. Oh, Night Stalker ulti. Have they gone too far? Have they chased too much? They find the stun onto one. Toss back onto both, but the Spike Carapace to stop the Pudge. He didn't have that BKB ready. Hyde slowed down as they want to chase the rest of Talon, but Mikoto comes in for the assassination.
Not bad, not bad. Wyvern is back though.
So Bash gets it on the second hit. That is what they needed on a 23 Savage. Who comes out afterwards? Dismember, trying to survive through it. Force staff off to the side, has the stun, and they do take down the Wraith King one time, but the Pudge, he doesn't come back. Mikoto,
he's on a ward.
I think he gets out of here. It's just too hard to chase that Puck.
And Quinn's like, I'm just gonna kill the creeps instead. I can't handle this Puck.
Trying to find the creep wave. Mikoto gets it, gets out, and now they can't push. Dude, Mikoto in this series, he has been everything that they needed on Talon.
Yeah, they're still just like losing these fights, losing ground, but he's finding ways to sort of soften the damage every time here, so they can't just run right down that middle lane and start knocking on that tower.
A tithe to the
Radiant.
And it is still another minute on the Aegis, so probably not much time here. Spada's going to run into Hyde. Doesn't have any help though, so... Ooh, Puck coming through though. Mikoto was thinking about a travel play onto the tomato. Deciding against it. Instead, going to just be running, actually.
Yeah.
Doubles back again.
I mean, this is the thing that's just so nuts, right? Like, if you can play this hero, dodge away from the fight, slow down the pressure, I mean, you can maybe delay out the game till a point where things get super weird, and this lineup is very good for the pickoffs. You know, Puck's been amazing at finding that backline.
There's a pickoff, though.
That's a nice one for Sonics. As Zephyr taking the DOT from the Wraith Fire Blast, MSS is the one that gets him in the end.
Feels like at a certain point though, you don't have any sustainable damage.
True.
On the side of Talon. It just keeps getting stronger and stronger on the side of Sonic's.
Infinite scaling.
Infinite scaling. You're right. My mistake. Unfortunately, Flesh Heap requires kills.
That's true.
And that has proven to be more difficult, perhaps, than anticipated here, with a lot of help from MSS on that Carapace.
Yeah. He's been having a really good one.
All right, Spider Legs out though now. You know, throw that on that Pudge. Get him running. But he wants the armor. Hanging on to that Dragon's Guts there.
I mean, to be fair, that's much needed. I do think
that's coming out now. He's got the legs.
These are some really, I think, important things. Like, this Pudge has been so good against, like, a couple of the, you know, DOT type heroes that come out that are sort of, you know, blinking away at him, but you get the big hits coming out from the Wraith King.
Who does he hook here where that's good? I mean, like, he only hit an inch that could have been bad.
Yeah, I think maybe it's probably only the Winter Wyvern. What's this?
Curse mid lane, by the way. Going for a solo pick.
Hooks his teammate. That's how you do it.
Get us both cursed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Radiant's top tower.
All right, slightly wasted curse there from Vada.
Chase. There's no way. Double Force Staff and he's out. The Force Staffs are really good against the Wraith King. That's been probably one of the most clutch pickups for Talon that's allowed them to stay in this game.
Yeah, also just like general spacing from Razor and Leshrac. Super solid game to go for it.
Yeah. Eternal Shroud after the BKB. Savage. Smoke up as 4 behind the Pudge. Get behind Big Boy. Let him do the work.
I think Quinn is such a good target still without this BKB. And not going to be optimal one frame time is, you know, the Vada. Wow, what an off-century combo he's just sitting on, by the way. A little unfortunate there for Vada.
Old Embrace. Zephyr, Avatos onto him. MSS gets the stun afterwards. KP finding more. In trouble. Leshrac needs to get out, but y'all were right on top. Do they have enough damage? It doesn't look like it. They're losing heroes left, right, and center. Y'all weren't. He doesn't have enough to deal with this. He's going to go down once, maybe twice. I don't know if this is going to be good enough. Quinn trying to salvage the day. Zephyr turned upon. They've got the DOT for him. Talon still want to fight. They find the hook. They catch him. You're always in trouble. They got to salvage this. 23 Savage turned upon, and they might have just done it. Tries to get out, dodges away. Where's the save? There's no vision. There's no nothing for him. They don't have shots. Y'all weren't getting the DOT. Goes back yet again. Armlet toggling, trying to escape. Quinn is playing Queen of everything that they needed, whether the toggle or the save. Sonics, they cover each other.
I thought he was dead for sure to Witchblade. I actually can't believe he survived there. That toggle was crazy.
Jeez.
That should have been so much worse. They actually just pulled off a 2v5 and got out.
To be fair, maybe it shouldn't have started as the 2v5, but very impressive that they were able to do it.
I mean, that fight could not have started much better for Talon, right? They had all the vision in the world with an observer-centric combo on one of the absolute most important heroes and easiest ones to pick off first. Yeah, they were both good right there. Thank you very much. And they pick off the Wyvern, start the fight in a good way, but not able to fully close it out. It definitely shows some promise though, because I'm already impressed with the damage output. You know, that Pudge, if you can get in there, the Carapace got burned early as well on the Avatos combo, so 23 Savage had a little bit more space. That forces Yawar to come in instead. Then he's locked in the middle of the engagement while Mikoto was still there as well to help out. So with that rot damage and the lack of lifesteal, we get quite a bit of damage onto him.
And Quinn scouting ahead. 23 Savage, again the one that is in front of everybody else.
They both have spider legs.
They smoke break. High
arachnids.
Glimmer and then walks out.
You know, lobsters are arachnids.
They are. That's right. So are spiders.
Are lobsters really arachnids?
I don't know. I think they're crustaceans.
You just said it so confidently that I
You said it. You didn't want to
No, you said you're right. They are.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
up on the high ground, getting their lobster on. They jump right away onto the Pudge, but the double force staff out of there. Yeah, we're gonna be fine, and so too will the Pudge.
I think they're arthropods. They're just like ocean insects.
Okay.
No,
I like that.
Who is a lobster set? Slark? Ah, I need Slark. All right.
That's what's up.
Save that for later.
21-21, and both teams playing this back and forth around the Roche pit.
The big smoke.
Can they do it? Who's up front? MSS. Smoke breaks. Where's the vision? They don't have it.
Oh, look at Quinn. He's right out there.
Hex, that's the reveal.
Where's Yawar?
Quinn with the force staff again. Wait, they jumped in with KP. He pulls up one. That's Vada. And no winner's curse. Mikoto finds the back line. Quinn in some trouble. The hook completely off the mark. He went in deep for that one, and he is going to get punished one by one. But the clever kid, Richter Savage, no, he will go down. Meanwhile, the jump in comes out again from KP, hoping to salvage this fight. That's not quite going to happen. Roche about to respawn. They buy back on the edge. Zephyr Avatos. Oh, he's out. Good snipe. Oh, Zephyr salvaging this. And now, backs out again. Mikoto just keeps on playing them.
Quick as Bobcat.
Forth like a fiddle.
Lose potential, right?
If they die back on the Lesh, this starts to look very grim.
So a lot of heroes living here, only missing that Pudge. Of course, a key element, no doubt. A huge amount of their damage is allowing them to get through these fights.
He does have buyback.
Combination with Mikoto, who is still just absolutely playing out of his mind, and has an unlocked, or rather a locked Aeon disc ready to be unlocked. So any bad situation, that's going to be the prep, as well as 3,000 gold now.
Yeah, he is mega rich. I mean, this is where things get really scary. It's going to get weird. Buyback status, that's going to be the most important thing to watch for. And you can see they only have it on Puck and Tiny. Meanwhile, it's just the right thing. He actually buys out now for the Vanguard. He's trying to get the Abyssal.
It's such a Sonics game. This is just, why is it always like this?
Now, here's the thing. In the past, when these Sonic games have happened, it has been heartbreak. It has been Heartbreak City. And if they lose this one, it is going to feel terrible. But they do have the tools right now to close this game out. And on the other side for Talon, they have been struggling for so long. Div 2 through 2 tours, finally make it up into Div 1, make it to the major, and they want to make a spot to actually get into that playoff bracket. Yeah. And a win here would put them in that well position.
I mean, this gameplay is just like the same kind of perseverance they've shown throughout the entire season, where it just, I don't feel like they should be allowed to win these fights. And they're just pulling it off. KP playing so well in this Night Stalker, perfect positioning and spacing, taking off one of those key targets in the Winter Wyvern, and that's with a Blink Dagger. Fada's got to find that spacing.
He's got the assemble if he needs it. Mikoto about to break. Quinn in the wave. He knows that he's up here. They know that the puck is there. Looking for the Hex. They need to find him. Jumps in. Dude. There. Like magician, but the Abyssal Blade is there. But the assemble. He gets it out. Now the turn. Silence onto 3. Jump in. Zephyr there. Trying to break the kill. They kill off MSS. He doesn't have buyback. Can they find any more after the jump? Fada. There is no Winter's Curse this fight. Is it Heartbreak City? Can they find a target? Leshrac in trouble. Trying to survive. They find him too. The Mikoto. He's not dying. He just won't go down. As they find Quinn again. Yoward, they've got to back out. They need to escape, but can they? Oh, Abyssal Blade back up again. He saved his BKB for this moment, able to dodge that hook. The buyback comes now from Fada. Is 23 Savage going to get glimmered and back away? We reset again. Talon in a much stronger position.
Oh, these buybacks, That's it.
Dude, no damage done. They didn't do anything. What?
He just got caught. That was actually on the wave.
Okay.
That Splitter Blast. He was just hitting the creeps, but I mean, KB does nothing but hunt for him, right? He's a little cliff racer, right?
Wait,
what?
Are they going in for Roche?
They're smoking.
They're in there.
They don't know what they're doing.
I mean, you gotta be careful, but they find him. Where's the Force Staff? Gets up to the Hive and he gets away.
Hive to God. He's got
Oh, the Winter's Curse is finally done. They find Mikoto and sets him up to take him down, but isn't it enough? He dodges the phase shift to toss away. Zephyr able to save Mikoto. Oh, it's some pretty Dota. It is some pretty Dota, but can they take Roche?
They just have so many tools. Like, they don't have the damage, but they got tools. They got Force Staffs. They got these beautiful tosses back out from Zephyr. They're in the pit. They have the deeps. There's no doubt about that.
They're trying to finish this off desperately. Look at the Heartbeat Scout. The vision is there. They see absolutely everything. Leshrac gets saved. Cold Embrace. Does he have a BKB? Does he have what he needs? I don't think so. Yowar caught to the side. KP is there as well. The stun from MSS. It's not going to be enough. The coil catches on to everybody. Leshrac was dead for 2 minutes with no buyback. Quinn now turns. Hex there onto the puck. Gotta kill Mikoto, but it's never quick enough. He just keeps living. He won't die. They buy back on MSS. Spot in trouble as Mikoto continues to tear apart the Home of the Dreams. Where is the punch? It's not even there. The hook lands.
Who phase shifts a right click? What was that?
Listen, they might have bashed. And now Talon go in to take Roche. Oh, man.
All right, I don't even know. Mikoto's insane.
I do not expect to see Mikoto playing puck again for a while, because this is a clinic. And now he has an Octarine core.
I mean, they're straight up just outplaying them. Like, the way these fights are starting, they look so bad for Talon. Like, they're in the worst possible positions, and these glorious forced aspect to the high ground, saving 27 to the very beginning, and this whole secondary engagement suddenly comes out here. KB, of course, like, doesn't have to focus Father this time with the Winner's Curse, since it was already used early. He's able to just jump in, help out, grabs the rune in the middle of the engagement too, and then, of course, it's just the Mikoto show.
Dude, unreal, absolutely.
Like, he actually got hexed. It did happen, guys.
And then came out just a second too late. Oh, and then the phase shift coming up here in a second that you're talking about. Just in case they might have...
And the hook just to finish him off too. The easy T-ball setup provided from Mikoto, forcing that cold embrace, and now Talon marching forward here. Don't look at the win percentage. Don't do it. Don't look at the graph.
Hurts.
It's a painful one.
It does.
Show it to the Sonics fans.
Thank you. Keep that one out of there. Oh my goodness, 5k gold lead, and the more important thing, you've got this Aegis on the Pudge now. To be honest, they've been doing a lot of like dodging the Pudge, and some of the big wins have come from killing him at the start, Quinn. But these Force Staffs.
Yeah, I think now they just can't lock onto him. There's too much stuff that just gets him away because it takes so long to actually kill him.
Yeah.
Wait, we have to find some itemization
They need a nullifier.
Yeah, they need tools like that, exactly. Like nullifiers, maybe try and deal with this. Well,
Stun.
120 Savage.
Hide there. Glimmer.
Okay, this Glimmer is just invisibility is invincibility.
Where's the vision? They find the backlines, but they keep Mikoto alive.
He eats him.
They used it. They saved him. And now, Sonics need to back out. It's not, I mean, it's only 40 minutes into the game, but it feels like one of those super late game ones.
You know what's crazy? He hooked him before the Aeon just popped. So he actually saved his Aeon. And of course, that's a huge deal these days, right?
Right,
that
of course.
cooldown gets crazy.
Unreal. 40 minutes in, and Sonics needing to come up with some more answers. And I mean, in a way, it almost feels like you have to go on hide. He's doing so much with just 4-staff Glimmer.
Yeah, just the damage too. That's another thing I definitely was not taking into account, right? As the game gets later and later, Ench, she suddenly becomes this big damage dealer. Because the pure damage is cutting through all of this defensive items that you're purchasing and all the armor and everything else. It's just cutting right through in that flat HP pool.
To be fair, I really feel like they need to get that nullifier, but this might be enough. Is he too far forward? Well, you don't get invis next to a tower. KP finding Fadi yet again, tries to force him off, but it won't come in time. Quinn now turns on to KP. There's a Dismember on the backside, catching MSS and going to find him for the finish, but Savage backs away. Yuwar tries to turn on the Hive, can't get onto him.
Kill him.
Stunned, it's not there. Leshrac continues to beat into this Pudge. It's only going to be round one. Can they do it a second time? Mikoto able to phase shift that stun that came out. Silence afterwards. Again, only Fada's gone down. KP very low, is going to fall. Meanwhile, Razor also drops 90 seconds without him in this fight.
Quinn's out of mana though.
And Yuwar's getting slowed. He turns, he knows he has to battle. You can't run away from the punch, but the toss and the stun right in the midst of it. But another 4-staff 23 Savage. The Ghost Scepter a little through it and it goes down. They have to buy back on this. They need to get back into the fight, but it's going to come too late. As Quinn, Hex tries to run, not going to happen. And MSS the only one left alive in that fight.
That is 2 minutes of no Leshrac here. That buyback, it is not anywhere close to returning, and just what a team effort. You can't beat it. Like the overall team playing coordination, these 4-staff saves, the toss is just. What more to say? You know, you don't have these defensive items. You don't have these helping tools inside of Sonics, and it's really hurting them.
It's so tough right now.
They're just getting kited like crazy.
I mean, he's at a 3rd HP, and he's just still running in. Does not appear to care. He doesn't have an Aegis. Who cares? And now he has an E-Blade done too. Oh man.
It's wild that like this guy's 2,400 mana on Leshrac, but these fights are taking so long, and this Pudge is so much damage, and the way that they're just kiting in and out, you've got the regen on the Pudge, you've got the Night Stalker going through and eating the jungle creeps, so like this mana to health conversion of him actually removing them, it's not working. They have too much health for his mana pool somehow.
And now the regen rune to be back up to full. Still a minute without the Lesh. No way for him to come back into this fight. And it's because of gold. Needs 1,000 to have the buyback. Wraith King is back up in 20. They don't push hard. They don't push quickly. But if you're all dead, they're going to take your base.
This is a pretty pathetic siege, I have to say. You know?
It's real bad. Well, you know who did get a nullifier is the Night Stalker as well. So they'll have more and more answers.
Dire's middle
Someone get this guy a
barracks
Moonshard.
has fallen.
And Talon going to continue to grace us with a hell of a show here. They're going to back out. Don't want to push their luck with Lesh respawning soon. So it's still only one lane of racks, but the momentum of this game is heavily swung into the favor of Talon.
Yeah, you have to think that mentally, Sonox are feeling pretty terrible at the moment. I mean, I would be.
Yeah.
This is pretty rough at this stage of the game, but there are still problems with Talon at this point versus some of these heroes on Sonox. You already just saw it when they went high ground despite such a massive fight when they're only able to get a single lane of racks. That is an issue, no doubt. So Sonox, they still have quite a bit of damage as well. Great potential for taking structures as well as Roche. So something to watch for when that comes back up. And that's why Talon want to keep this pressure up. They're staying on this side of the map. They're just grabbing these creep waves and saying, okay, one bad hook and you're done.
23 Savage, they have this ward over to the side on Fada. Looking, hoping, wanting to find it. Spike Carapace.
Yeah, he's trying to get in the middle of the waves, so the Carapace trying to catch him when he does the Waning Rift.
Jumps into everybody, but Mikoto, again, he's just too clean.
Okay, all right, 20 Savage.
Hey, I mean, if he hit it.
Exactly, you miss 100% of the punch hooks that you don't throw. That's Wayne Gretzky, that's my guy.
That's you, Mr. Canada. Unreal.
Radiant are scanning.
17k gold lead, and Talon.
Another one.
Just thinking about it.
They're scanning, they're still there.
They know they're in the area. Pulls the wave over towards him. And Mikoto jumps, finds Quinn, turn, Hex. Where's the follow-up? KP again kills Fada.
He's got buyback.
Doesn't have an answer to that one. Now the 4-staff backs away, eaten up for the moment. Zephyr and 23 Savage together. The coil already used. Mikoto jumps in again, trying to find an angle. The hook able to connect on that one. MSS could dodge afterwards. Has the stun. Is it going to be enough though? KP, he gets forced out again. MSS is dead for 90 seconds with no follow-up. Duar tries to turn on to Hyde, cannot even punch him. And the areas where you can go for this fight, they finally take down Hyde, but it is not big enough. Although Zephyr is still within vision. Oh, they're not going to go for him. They can't get there in time. It's too dangerous.
Man, Father waited so long on that buyback, trying to bait them, I guess, into thinking that he didn't have the buyback. But in the end, man, he wasn't actually there for any sort of a punish, right? Just trying to get like a blink curse or something off. Is there still no Lincolns, by the way, on Radiant? I don't think there is, right? So he's actually still free with these curses. I mean, it shows why they're requiring to punish him so hard. I mean, they have a Lotus, so that could be an issue, but I really feel like Fada's got to hit one of these. Like, he has the potential to win these fights, and he's just... It's not obviously his fault, because they're doing a great job on talent of scouting him out and finding him, but at some point, you got to just like, I'm just going to solo smoke and sit way over here with Blink.
Right. Every time that they catch the Wyvern at the start of the fights, it's basically over unless he has a buyback. Yeah. And now with the DD for KP, I mean, he could focus other people. This is going to be, what, 500 damage roughly that he's going to be dealing? That is
major damage.
That is devastating.
Now it's a middle of the pack Roach timer here. Another minute and 20 seconds before that's going to be up.
Overwhelming blink on both the Puck and the Wraith King. They've got AC done on the Razor as both sides gathering themselves for that next Roche fight that you're talking about. 1 minute. And Night Stalker, if he could finish off and get towards the AC as well before that next fight, that would be huge. God, it is just so much stuff to deal with. And I mean, the way these fights are playing out, it so often feels like they're trying to catch the Puck with MSS and it's just not working. Oh my God, Quinn! They catch him, but interrupted, turned upon, they find him again. Fada in the back lines every single time. Zephyr, Avatos, MSS trying to get away. 23 Savage runs into all of them and they get the stun. Where's the follow-up? They don't have it. There's nothing there. 23 Savage turned upon yet again. Aegis is not there. The stun comes out, and is there any extra follow-up? Tossing him away. Toss requires no target.
Why is his health going up every time?
Every single round, they turn again onto the Night Stalker and do finally burn through him, but Mikoto comes in for the snipe with the overwhelming blink. Quinn tries to get out of there, tosses back onto the Pudge. They find him, they kill him. He does have a buyback, but not so lucky on the Wyvern nor the Razor. Lift up onto MSS Talon. They are so strong. They do get away with that Nyx Assassin, but will it be enough for them to hold their base?
Again, this rather poor pushing will be coming to play here. So you can see who the damage dealers are and who the supporting casts are, that's for sure. Ah, dude. All right. Don't do him like that. Don't do like that.
Poor Fada.
I mean,
get a right click in.
When you're right, you're right. But
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It is tough. I mean, it's why it's a great matchup. It's why people pick the Night Stalker against Wyvern. But, I mean, man, KP, he has found his target, and he does not miss.
Dire's structures are fortified.
jeez, this pushing is abysmal.
Oh, it's so bad.
It's truly awful.
Buy a meteor hammer, my guy.
Yeah, it's time to go run. So that's the victory you can take here. There's still 40 seconds left where you might have a chance to force some buyback out of Quinn, and yeah, I'm pretty sure even at this point you can see, oh, it's the refresher shard, eh?
Okay.
Radiant's
Very,
bottom
very
tower
good.
is under attack.
And they will take, I mean, this also goes pretty slowly.
Was there any good ags left?
Can they get there in time?
I guess like puck ags can be kind of okay.
Yeah.
I feel like this game is a little bit clowny, a little pinball-y.
Not terrible, not
I
terrible.
mean, tiny ags, maybe.
Listen, the sprite.
That's right. You know, that would have been great, but we're refreshing. So I'm sure that plenty of people who would love that and KP could go for it. I think would be pretty great for him, honestly.
Yeah, so much value there. For now, at least, the Pudge is holding on to it, getting rid of his boots, 305 movement speed. And where can they find an avenue to fight? Another DD rune is going to be taken. Mikoto's got it, and it looks like the target is up top.
Oh, well, I see them. They're gonna smoke. They're grouped up as 5, and they're gonna do it.
Sonics.
All right, Sonics. There's an Aegis on the Pudge.
Let's see how they can do it.
How do you solve a problem like Mikoto? That's the problem.
You ban Puck. Jumps for the backlines here, maybe. KB waiting for his target. Fada is off to the side, hiding. Invis, Shadow Amulet.
My other favorite movie is something, there's something about Mikoto.
That's right.
A lot of great movies from that era about this guy.
There you go. E-Blade jump in. Mikoto brings him down to half HP. They find it onto both. Fada. There's the nullifier. BKB popped afterwards. They haven't found Fada. Good winner's curse, but no, is it good enough? I'm not sure if they have enough to kill him. The stun afterwards. Good silence from KP, interrupting the follow-up that was going to be there. Yawor trying to take down one. Can they kill off the edge? They will. Hive dies. Now the turn. Looking for him, but they managed to find that hook. They got to salvage this. And it is going to be Quinn dead. Has the buyback. Uses it now. Toss back onto one. 23 Savage caught. The stun is out, but the reincarnation is there. MSS could go for another follow-up, but the hook, it lands onto him. BKB stun in the midst of it. Turns with a dismember. They can't break that one. Nothing doing. Wraith King dead. Has the buyback. They've got to hold on, but I don't think they've got the damage to deal with this. Yawor jumps in, finds it. He needs some more punch, but again, he eats him up. Gets away, and GG is called. Talon take it 2-0.
Top barracks are under
At a
attack.
certain point, the heroes don't matter. You just get outskilled.
Radiant
And just what happened here.